it's saying it wants to go this way. I can't tell.
Oh.
I can't tell if it's doing it or not. All right, say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Earth.
Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you. Woo! Happy Earth Day to you. Happy Earth Day, dear the happy homeschoolers. Happy Earth Day to you and many more. Happy Earth Day.
And do you remember what birthday this is for Earth Day?
It's Earth Day's 50th birthday.
It is. The very first Earth Day was on April 22nd in 1970. So 2020 marks 50 years of Earth Day. So can you go ahead and read us our poem?
Happy Earth Day, hippity hop. The earth is green, so I am. Let's keep it clean.
Awesome. Now can you open it up? There's a few riddles on the inside that we're going to do. You have to turn it around so I can read it. There you go. And hold it really steady so we can see it. The first riddle is, follow this rule day or night. When you leave a room, turn off the
Light.
Find a trash can, look around. Never throw trash on the
Ground.
Make Earth a greener place to be. Let's go out and plant a
Seed.
seed or a tree. Yeah, either way would make it a greener place. Wow, that's incredible. Here's little Tubby the dog, and he's recycling. When he goes for a walk, he picks up bottles. He puts them in a recycling bin. He has recycled more than 26,000 bottles. Can you believe that? That's a lot of bottles. So here, each of you received one of these two. Either the green school or the green schools. We're actually going to start with green schools because this one is about all sorts of different green schools. This one actually is about a specific one in Michigan. Green school. So what is a green school? Do you know
A
what
green school, it isn't painted green, but it is a school who looks out for plants, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes,
or they're
kind of how you
more
word it.
earth friendly. So here's some things about green schools. They are built with recycled and earth friendly materials, and they're designed to use less energy than traditional schools. Goals for green schools include improving education through hands-on learning about energy and saving money on energy costs. And because they have such good quality air, kids with asthma don't have as many issues either. And most of the classrooms will have natural light coming in with nice big windows. So schools are finding ways to care for the earth. These children don't waste water. They collect rain to water their school's garden. Going green. Schools everywhere are going green. No, they're not being painted green. They're finding ways to care for the earth. Here is how.
Green schools turn the lights off. Big windows let the sunshine into the classroom.
Now, isn't that nice? Look at that big window they have. That's really nice, having that nice big window.
Green schools recycle trash. This school's gym was made from plastic milk bottles.
Isn't that cool to think that those plastic milk bottles and plastic pop bottles and things, they can actually be remade into something as cool as that really nice play structure.
Green schools waste less. The kids at this school don't throw away leftovers. They feed them to the worms. Worm poop is mixed with soil. The soil is used to grow a school garden.
Isn't that cool? So even their leftovers from lunch, they don't get wasted. They feed them to the worms, and the worms eat it up, poop it out, and make the soil really nice and fertile to grow more vegetables.
Green schools get energy from the sun. Panels on the school's roof catch rays from the sun. The sun's energy is turned into a free electricity for the school.
Isn't that neat? So if they can actually use the sunshine, and that way they don't have to waste the Earth's electricity. They're making their own. Also saves the school a lot of money as well. How much? A green school is good for the planet. It also saves money on electricity. Green schools can spend about $50 less per student every year.
Wow.
That is a big savings. So here on the back, think big. What can you do at school or at home to help care for the earth? So I want everyone to be thinking about that, and go ahead and write in the comments what's something that you can do to care for the earth at your home while we go through this paper on the back. Earth Smart Schools. How can kids help the earth at school or at home? What's number 1?
Number 1 is don't waste water.
So what is something that you can do to not waste water?
Don't leave the faucet running, and don't dump out. Let's say you got a glass of water and you didn't finish it all, so you just dumped it out in the sink.
Right, and that would be wasting water. So if we either just drink up all of our water or don't take as much, we won't waste that water, will we? Very good. So what's number 2 say?
Number 2 is recycle things. Reuse things.
That's okay. Reuse things. So what are some things that you can think of that you can reuse at home?
Well, if one of my socks get a hole in it, I just don't throw it away. I cut it up and make doll clothes out of it.
That's a cool thing to do. So that way you're not wasting that sock and just throwing it into a big garbage dump. All right, what does number 3 say?
Number 3 says turn off the lights.
Very good. So give me an example of how we can remember to turn off the lights at home.
Let's say we were leaving the house and let's say we're going for a bike ride. We would want to turn off the lights. Otherwise our power would go out probably, or the light bulbs would, what's the word?
Well, we would waste electricity,
Yes,
wouldn't we?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we would waste electricity. So that's good. And let's see, number 4 says recycle. So tell me, what are some ways you can recycle at home?
Well, today in the morning, I accidentally threw a piece of paper in the trash, and you don't want to do that. You want to put it in the recycling.
Right, and that way it's not wasting paper, because the paper comes from trees. We want to save our trees, don't we? Mm-hmm. Very good. And so it looks like we have Hunter. He answered our question. He says the way he can help at home to care for the earth is to clean up. Give Hunter a thumbs up. Good job, Hunter. That's a great way. And not leaving trash all over your yard or trash at the park. So that's a great way to help take care of our earth, is by cleaning up. Very good. So here we have a picture here. We're going to look closely at this picture, and Alexis is going to circle those Earth Smart choices. And after we find those, we're going to put an X on the things that should be changed. So let's first find some Earth Smart choices. What do you see that's Earth Smart in this picture? Very good. See, look, they are reusing old tires for making a playground.
See, there was a lot at
Equipment.
the playground, tire swings. I remember I saw those at Leddington Park.
So go ahead and circle that tire swing. That is also an earth-friendly move at the school. What else is earth-friendly or earth-smart?
Earth-friendly and earth-smart. They're gardening.
So they're growing their own vegetables. And I see you also circled, they have a little watering can that collects rainwater for their garden. So those are both earth-friendly choices. What else do we see? Let's look down into the classroom. What are some earth-friendly choices in the classroom?
She has a reusable bottle and a reusable lunch bag. Lunchbox,
Very good. What else is earth-smart?
Earth-smart. She's throwing a piece of paper in the recycling.
Good. What else?
And over here looks like he's using that paper and he's not wasting it.
Right, so it looks like his looks yellow, so maybe he's using the back of his paper. He's using two sides of his paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about the teacher? What is she doing that's earth-friendly?
She's turning off the light.
That's right, so making sure we turn off the lights, because it looks like no one is reading a book anymore over there. They just left the book.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to turn the light off. There's one more earth-friendly choice we found here.
The bike.
Mm-hmm. Someone biked to school instead of driving.
And that's a good thing, because when you drive, all the smoke, I think the smoke ruins the plants.
Mm-hmm. It pollutes the air. The exhaust does. Now we're going to X out the things that should be changed.
So we're going to X out this, because look, that light is on. No one's turning it off.
All right, someone left the light on. That's not good.
Look, the water's dripping, so that's not good.
Yep, so X out that water. Because we should turn off the faucet when we're done. Make sure it's all the way off, too, and not dripping. What else is not a very good choice?
Obviously, you see, she wasted that paper, so we're going to X out that.
Yep, we don't want to waste paper.
And a bad thing is, look, that hose is running. It's making a huge puddle and it's wasting water.
Right. Very good. Let's see, were there any other not so smart earth choices?
Let's see.
Oh, I see one more.
Where?
He's eating lunch.
Oh, yes. He's using a juice box, which is not reusable, and a plastic bag for lunch, not reusable, a paper bag, and not reusable.
Mm-hmm. So
Guess
he's using.
you could reuse a paper bag, I guess.
You probably could use the paper bag a couple times, but we'll definitely put an X on some of the choices he has for his lunch that aren't as earth smart.
Some of the bigger paper bags, like, I cut a hole in it and, like, make a shirt out of it.
And that's a way you can reuse a paper bag. And oh, she's made some really cool costumes. She's even made stuff for her hat, like using the bottom of the bag for a hat. And then she uses the big part of the bag to make like a vest.
Yeah, and I remember once I used like a chip bag for a skirt, like a part of a chip bag.
Mm-hmm. So Alexis she likes reusing things. So now some of you actually got this magazine, which is about green schools, but actually one specific green school, and it's actually in Ada, Michigan, which is just a little over an hour from here, like an hour and a half. And it's near Grand Rapids, outside of Grand Rapids. And it sounds like a pretty cool school. It's only for, I think it's 5th and 6th graders. But what a neat place to go. They definitely have a love for nature there. Green school. At this special school, kids learn outside. Clara and Shauna find frogs in a pond. And you can see, look, they're both holding a frog.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexis said that she always wanted to hold a frog, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I held a salamander before. Because here's a story. I went on a walk with Mommy and Daddy, obviously, and saw the salamander lying in the middle of the road. So I picked it up, put it on the side of the road in like a shelter spot.
So it wouldn't get run over,
Yeah.
right? So you were helping that poor little salamander, right?
They're about to get run over.
Mm-hmm. So here's some Earth helpers. The Good Willie Environmental School in Ada, Michigan is a green school. And no, it's not painted green. It's a green school because its students and teachers take care of the grass, the leaves, and the earth. Here is how. Can you read that for us?
Mm-hmm. They reuse and recycle. Kids don't waste materials.
His name is Brian Farrow.
Brian Farrow even makes kites from plastic bags.
Oh, isn't that pretty cool? So it looks like he's not only reusing the plastic bag, but also it looks like he's reusing that kite string. I think that kite string used to have a kite on it, and maybe it broke or just fell off. And so he actually reused his kite string, and he's using a plastic bag to make a fun kite. Let's see, what else do they do, Alexis? Can you read us about that?
They raise chickens. Kids feed the chickens. They clean the coops. The school has a store that sells the eggs.
Isn't that cool? So not only they're learning about taking care of animals, but they also get to sell the eggs to raise money for their school as well.
Mm-hmm.
And eggs are very healthy for you. They're the perfect, the egg white is the perfect protein.
I'm not that fan of the yolk inside, though.
Yeah.
But...
Well, the yolk's good for you, too. It has a lot of healthy fats. But it's better if you kind of mix them together, isn't it?
Yeah. They enjoy the outdoors. Kids have class outside. They eat lunch on the deck. Even snow doesn't stop them, because look at that.
So they are all bundled up, eating their lunch on the school deck. And they are older kids. Remember we said they were 5th and 6th graders?
Yeah.
So they can probably handle the cold a little bit more, can't they?
Then I can.
I think I would like to eat soup for lunch if I was sitting outside in the snow. All right?
Can
you read us this page now, Alexis?
They study plants and animals. Kids learn about life cycles by watching Clara Cullen on our cover is a 5th grader. She says, "We go into the woods or a field and write."
Now, wouldn't that be fun to just enjoy the outdoors? I know sometimes Alexis goes and sits on the front porch to do some of her schoolwork when it's a nice weather out. So this one's very similar actually to our last one, where it mentions how green schools can save $50 per student on power and light, and these savings help the community. Because a lot of these green schools are public schools that use the community's funding. So here's another Think Big. So how is your home? We're going to say home since we're all home right now. How is your home like this green school, and how is it different? So go ahead and answer in the comments, and we'll continue on with this. So smart at school, how can kids help the earth at school?
Don't waste water.
That's right, and we already talked about that, didn't we? 2, turn off the lights when you don't need them. 3, reuse everything you can. When you can't use it again, recycle it. So let's look at the picture. And again, we're going to circle Earth Smart choices in this picture. And this one's a different picture, isn't it? So let's find some Earth Smart choices here.
Let's see, Earth Smart. Looks like he has a reusable lunchbox.
Oh, very good. So let's circle that. That is an Earth Smart choice. What else is Earth Smart in this picture?
Earth Smart. Looks like she's turning off the light because she's going to read a book on that pillow.
Very good. Yeah, she's either done. Maybe she might be done. It's hard to tell if she's done or if she's starting. But either way, that light was either off before or she's turning it off now. So that is a earth-friendly.
And let's see. Looks like she's turning off the faucet when she's done.
She is, yes. Very good. So that is an earth-friendly choice. And what about right above her?
Above her.
See that plant?
Oh, yes, the plant.
Would you say that's probably an Earth Smart choice?
Yes.
And then even down here, it looks like they have a chrysalis in a box.
Just want to watch the butterfly come out.
Right. And a lot of times, the caterpillars actually will get eaten outside. So it's actually good to bring them inside. So go ahead and circle the chrysalis and the flower. Those are both Earth Smart choices. Let's see, what else do you see that is Earth Smart? Let's look over on this side of our paper. Do you see any Earth Smart choices over here?
Yes, they recycled all of these stuff.
So those are definitely some Earth Smart choices there.
And another smart thing is, look, they reused the milk bottles and they cut it off to make plant boxes.
That is a very good use of those milk cartons.
And look at this, let's see, what do you call it? The spray bottle, they put water in it to water plants.
That's right, so they're reusing that water bottle.
The Acorn Farmers Market has something like that, where they reuse the water in
a spray bottle?
Yes.
Yeah, and we do too, don't we? We don't keep buying a new spray bottle. We reuse ours until the sprayer doesn't work anymore. So let's see, what else do we see that are some Earth Smart choices here?
Looks like he's using a 2-side paper.
Oh, he is. You can tell he's used both sides of that paper. Very good. That would be very Earth Smart.
What about this?
it's hard to tell if she's using both sides or not. So we'll just leave that be, because we're not sure if she's using both sides or not. But it doesn't look like she's wasting the paper, does it? Because it looks like has a lot of drawing on there. Now look, what are they reusing on this table? Look very closely at what the paintbrushes are sitting in.
Look.
Yeah.
This is a can opener thing.
Yep, it's a regular can where you get like canned beans in. And so they decide to reuse that to put the scissors and pencils.
Jar that probably honey was in.
Maybe so, yeah.
Or jelly.
Yep, either way.
I wouldn't circle that because he doesn't look like he has that much on it.
Right, so he may or may not be. And then look, even up here, they're actually reusing an egg carton.
And we also reuse egg cartons to like make a paint palette.
That's true, we do. We actually like to use those egg cartons, especially the styrofoam or plastic ones. They're perfect for being a paint palette. So I think we did pretty good with finding our
good stuff.
The Earth Smart choices. Now let's go through and put an X on the things that should be changed.
One thing I took a peek on. Look, he's talking to his friend and that's still on.
So he's wasting water. He shouldn't be running the water while he's talking to his friend. What else did you see?
It's okay to talk to your friend, but not while that's still on.
Right.
And we also have, looks like she is not reusing stuff. She has a plastic bag there. Look at all of that mess.
So she's got a lot of trash. And it even looks like she had a stack of 4 napkins. You probably don't need 4 napkins for lunch, do you?
And another thing is, look, this is a mess over here too.
So it looks like they're not putting trash where it goes. That is not Earth Smart. Now, what else do you see that is not Earth Smart in this picture?
Look at that.
Uh-oh.
It's on.
Yep, and no one's in that room. They just left the light on. Not good. I don't know. Do we see any more?
Let me think. Put an X on that.
Well, we don't know for sure if he's wasting paper. So we'll give him a break, right? He may still flip it over and use the other side. Who knows? Oh, one thing I just noticed for an Earth Smart choice was actually using a chalkboard is an Earth Smart choice, because that you can just keep reusing. You just keep erasing it and writing again. So that's a very Earth Smart choice.
Looks like any X's over here. Doesn't look like it.
Nope, it looks good. All right, so now I want you to answer that question. How is your home like a green school? What do you think that we do at home that is good for the earth?
We use a lot of things, I guess.
We do. What else do we do?
Let me think.
Well, the big R's are reduce, reuse, recycle. So you talked about reuse. We reuse things. Do we recycle?
Yes.
What kinds of things do we recycle?
Paper, recycle any type of plastic, and
Metal, like the cans, and glass.
Glass, I guess, yeah.
Yep, so those are good things of recycling. Now, what about reduce? Do you know what reduce means?
To reuse stuff?
Well, that would be reuse, but yeah, reduce is actually making smaller. So think of subtraction problems. When you're reducing them, you're making it a smaller number. So what are some things that we reduce?
We reduce, let's see, let me think of something we reduce.
Think about the lights. Do we reduce our usage of lights by turning them off?
Yes.
Yes. And what about water? Do we just leave water running all the time?
No.
No, so we're reducing our water usage by making sure we turn it off when we're not using it. Right? Very good. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for Earth Day. Earth Day is celebrating 50 years. Can you say happy 50th birthday, Earth Day?
Happy 50th Earth Day birthday.